Guys
So
are
our
crazy.
next topic is going to be our final topic. It's going to be our final topic. I'm going to be talking about something that happened in the news recently, and it has to do with Voice Acting Guild. They have gotten the majority vote to strike.
Okay.
So they have, I believe, I'm pretty positive because I was looking at this, that they are now going to strike and not work, and the Voice Acting Guild union will not work on anything else. So that puts a stop on a lot of things. We're talking about animation shows, animation movies, 3D movies, which is animation too, but just so those who don't know. We're also talking about video
games.
Yeah. Anything that the voice acting would need to be applied to, and some movies too that have like science and like robots, like that's voice acting, right? So the Voice Acting Guild has put a stop to their work. I'm sure there's going to be like what do they call them? People who cross the picket line, scabs, right?
Yeah.
So there will probably be some of that, but for the large majority, this affects a lot of the entertainment medium that we like. So I'm curious, first of all, what are your thoughts on how this affects the stuff that you like? And also to like just let you know about their demands is that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what are their demands first?
Yeah, what's the demands? Yeah.
And so the demands are and I might actually be shit. I apologize. I'm pretty sure this affects animation, but I know that it's specifically targeted at video games in particular because the video game industry has been growing year after year, and the high-ups are getting a bonus payout for when things do really well. The voice actors are not getting these type of bonuses, and they believe that they are contributing such a value that they deserve some type of bonus payout. Because the CEO, they mentioned, I think it was like EA or Activision, they got a $3 million bonus.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh wow.
A $3 million bonus one year.
A
So
bonus.
some of that money, and we've
Yeah.
talked about the CEO gap to employee,
Yeah.
which is out of this world. So I support this right off the bat, and I'm sure you guys do too. But you can kind of comment on why.
Yeah.
But I think specifically, like most strikes, it's about money and it's about compensation and benefits, and they want those things to improve.
Okay. So I definitely hear you on that. I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. So I'm just going to show you something real quick, okay?
Okay. Oh, we
In
lost
a
you.
world far, far away, there is a man. I just did voice acting. It's not that difficult, right?
No, it is very difficult. You are defacing your man.
I'm
No,
sorry.
Ian. No, it is not that easy.
He makes a great point there.
I mean,
No, he does not. Voice acting is not that easy.
I'm not saying there's probably a lot more to it. I understand that, but literally, you're getting paid to just speak into a microphone, and then they're gonna chop it up and put it in there how they want it. Correct?
I mean, he
disagree
did. I mean, what
completely.
he did. Chris Rock said it best himself. He's like, he got an award for voice acting. Came up, got the award, and he just like, all I did. He's like, get this. All I did was go on there, say I'm a don or whatever. I don't know. I'm a donkey.
or something.
Couple things. He's like, and they paid me $1 million.
Okay.
He's like,
Okay. In that particular instance, Chris Rock is being paid for being Chris Rock. They said, "Hey, we want a character like this. He is that guy. We're paying him." But for the people who actually go out, for the people who actually go out and like the Family Guy or the Simpsons characters who play multiple characters and bring these characters to life with expression, with personality, with like history, with what is it's not inflection in their voices,
Right.
like giving you like I have played games that have had horrible voice acting. One in particular is Mass Effect 2, and I have played ones that actually have really great voice acting, like Arkham Knight, and you get this like sense that these characters are really like bringing these individuals to life, such as Mark Hamill playing the Joker. And Kevin Conroy playing Batman. I mean, those guys are Batman to us, and that voice is so iconic. And then in the other instance where you have like people who play Homer Simpson or like Family Guy, right? Like he plays Stewie, Brian, and Peter. Like that's talent, and that talent needs to be rewarded. And it's not easy.
So wait, so you're telling me that what's his name? The founder of Family Guy is going on strike too?
No, I'm just.
I was
giving
gonna say
examples
because
of
like if he
people-
goes on strike, I mean he's all the voices. That's his company, so it's like.
Right, but what I'm saying is that there are people like him who are bringing different. Like there's a voice actor like Troy Baker who has done the Joker before, who has recently done, I believe it was Onslaught or Miller in the new Metal Gear. He's done major different characters, and he's bringing each character with a different like spin. Nolan North, who does Uncharted, these guys are people who are very, very talented, who are like a large part of why these games are successful. And like you think of these characters and you think of these voices that come with them, and without these voices, it's very, very like, jarring.
It's dull. I mean,
It's
think
dull.
of it. Imagine watching an animation film with somebody that just has like a terrible like voice or doesn't play into the character well. I mean, it's acting. And now it's acting with your voice instead of acting with your body, you know? So it's like, if I'm watching, you know, if I've got somebody that's like a great actor with their voice, right? They know that they're not being seen. So it's not about their animations with their body, but it's about how they deliver the message.
They have
you know?
to compensate
so like,
for that lack.
Yeah,
physicality.
I agree too. I think that they should get paid and they should get paid right. I once again, like you had said, the difference in the gap between the CEOs and their bonuses between the average employee is ridiculous, and that wealth should be shared a bit more than it is right now. And I have a lot of respect for any group at all or any industry that can get together as a whole and stand up for themselves and go into a strike for better pay, better comp, better benefits, better whatever it is in their lives. I feel like there's a lot of other groups out there that should look at people like this industry and start to try to come together as a unit and in their industry make a change too as well, because there's a lot that needs to be changed. Yeah. So first off, I have a lot of respect for them.
Right.
Two, I agree with them. They should be comped more. I think that everybody in that gaming industry and everybody who's a part of the creation of whatever game, movie, whatever it is, should be comped a little bit more too, especially if CEOs are getting a $3 million bonus, you know, over the span of a year. That's kind of ridiculous.
Now they're saying they're being comped more as far as like being like just like as much as real actors.
Well, I have not heard or had any suggestion towards that. I think that they would like a bonus plan if the project they worked on gets a bonus.
Yeah,
yeah. That they want some type of bonus in addition.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
If it does great, put more bonus on it.
They want to be fairly compensated, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I definitely agree with you there, because I think they should share it if that's what their demands are. You know, I was only playing devil's advocate there because
I know.
I get that they feel like they are not fairly compensated. So to step up to that, like Rocco's point, I think that's a strong, smart move sometimes. It can backfire every so often.
Yeah.
Only because, like I said, you know, it's voice acting. Someone else can always put a spin on their voice. And I understand it is talent and everything like that, but I hope it works out for them. And
well, that is the thing. It's like, okay, so what Ian is saying is, yes, two things. One, I think that there's a lot of talent involved with voice acting, first off. Mm-hmm. Second is that I could see that, okay, they want to go on strike with it. I could see other people for sure coming up right behind them, and maybe they're not great, but they'll be doable for that video game. They'll be doable for that animation, and that company will look at them and be like, "Fine, get you in here. Yeah, you're not the top dog, but you're gonna be." There's a lot of talent there, but it's not the hardest thing to try to achieve. It's not like I'm going from being just a Joe Schmo to trying to become a professional football player, you know, and now I got to perform at a level that's crazy ridiculous. You know, otherwise there's not going to be a win involved as a team as a whole. As a voice actor, it can make the game, like if you have an amazing voice actor, it can make the game a lot more successful, a lot more better, there's a lot more quality to the game, but it's not the defining factor of the creation of it or not. You know what I mean? Like, they can still create that game. They can still create that animation with somebody else, and there could be some success with it still. Maybe not as much success, but it can still be done. So, like, that's the only thing that worries me, is that I think that there's so many people out there in the world that they're gonna get
try to capitalize on this.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see that the thing is just like, we've talked about this before. I mean, if you have a great movie, this is going from movie aspect. If you have a great movie and you have a great storyline, but you have a shitty director or you have a shitty actor to play the part, you know what I mean? It's not going to follow. It's not going to follow. So now, as far as the voice acting goes, now say you have a great storyline, everything's well put together, like you said, Metal Gear Solid, right?
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2 or whatever. Say that has a great storyline, everything's great story, just like what you're saying. That's because that's the aspect you like it, but they had different voices in it. Do you think it would still make it?
Well, the voice acting sucked in that game.
Oh, it did. Okay, what was the one that you were talking about that was great?
Yeah,
had a great storyline.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Arkham Knight had some really good voice acting, right?
Right. So do you think even if with that great story and everything like that, if they had different voices for that, probably sucky voices or anything, do you think it wouldn't have carried it as well?
That's the question. Is the value that they're bringing? Because anytime I see an animation about Batman or video game about Batman, I want Kevin Conroy to voice it. And now they've gotten other voices, and I'm like, I'll still play the game because it's not just the voices, but I do feel like I'm like, or like if Mark Hamill is the Joker, like if they don't get Luke Skywalker playing the Joker, I'm like, man, that sucks.
What do you think that Do you think that panders just to like us as older gamers? Like,
yeah.
I know you would think of that. You know, like the voice. Sure. Like I want this voice to play this. Now,
you're saying on average, most people don't care.
Little kids don't really care. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going for. Like,
well, here's the thing too, as well, is that like there's so much talent out there in the world right now, so much talent, and it's so easily spottable through this thing called YouTube, which you guys should be watching this video right now through. If you aren't hitting subscribe, hit subscribe right now.
Yeah.
But so with that being said, it's like, okay, I have a lot of respect for individuals in industries going on strike. I do, but in the voice acting realm, the even acting realm, like if you go on these strikes, there's so many talented people out there that are trying to get themselves out there that, like you were saying, Clay, they're going to capitalize on that. There's going to be somebody else out there who's doing YouTube videos nonstop that's like, oh, guys, the world is coming to an end. And it's like, wow, he's pretty good. He's not the greatest, but we're going to go grab him. And he doesn't have any gigs, and he's probably going to be down with it because he's not even involved in the guild, And then they're going to go for like the actors, too. So if actors went and did the same damn thing, and they're like, no, none of us are going to do it. They're going to go on YouTube, and they're going to be like, this guy can fucking act real well. This guy can act real well. And they're going to get a whole new generation coming in.
I understand that, but then I think about like remember when the referees did a strike in NFL, and you're thinking this is the cream of the crop. There's only like 50 of them, and then go to the next tier. There's got to be of the whole world. There's got to be referees ready to go and be the same.
It actually was really bad.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is a difference between that elite tier that that people are paid to scope, to research, and to pick the top tier people, and that next tier down. Like, there's a reason why those people are in that place, and like you can feel it almost immediately just in referee play alone. So yes, while I understand that it's very competitive and there's people just waiting to take their spot from them, I feel like you're gonna feel that void. Not fill it. You're gonna feel the void.
Yeah.
Not being filled.
And that honestly could be the case. I mean, I don't know if it'd be as dramatic as the one that happened with the football referees, but it could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's
could
the
just be
thing.
Something. Yeah.
And maybe we'll
that
find that out. Maybe as long as they're on strike, maybe we'll find out for the next year or so that we're like, wow, these animation films are just fucking terrible. Oh my god, these video games just terrible. Now here you go. A lot of the voice actors for movies are already well-known actors. So is that going to be an issue for the animation? Is it going to be like...
I don't know if it's Actors Guild or if it's just voice acting guild.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's like...
Because they could just get regular actors to do it then.
That's...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And they already kind of do it anyways,
But they would pay more money, though, for that. That's the thing, too.
Here you go. Does the voice actor get paid as much as the regular actor over voice acting?
Not.
Okay, yeah, so I apologize. It is just the Video Game Voice Actors Guild.
Oh,
okay. It is. Okay.
So, yeah.
So
so it's not animations, but it is video games.
Well, I know Kevin Spacey was in the most recent Call of Duty one.
Yeah. Now I don't know if an actor who is in an Actors Guild and then wants to do voice acting, if voice acting is like if they have to join a separate guild for that.
Yeah.
If they do, then that means that those actors can't, like anybody in the voice acting guild cannot go in, and I wouldn't be surprised if other actors are in these.
Okay, and this might sound terrible, whatever, but I have never paid attention to the voices in my video games, literally ever. Like, and I might be a part of that general population that's out there, but I haven't honestly paid attention to the voices as much as I pay to, the storyline, the graphics involved, the mechanics of my gameplay. I didn't pay attention to the voices. Now, I can definitely see that if I was to pay attention, I would see if I was keeping that a part of my perspective while playing the video game, I would see a difference in the quality from game to game to game to game. But I don't pay attention to it, and it hasn't been a part of my perspective when video gaming.
Okay, but it could be argued that something like voice acting is an element that's subconscious quality, where you don't notice that it's there, and
but
it's
it makes
good,
a bigger
but when
difference
it's gone, you
yeah.
notice that there's something off.
And then that was my point I was going to tell you guys, is that how many games have you played in your life that you didn't even have a voice on there? Think about all the classics growing up. Mario never had a voice. There's so many games that are epic and still great to this day that had no talking in it at all. You can
And
take
that's the biggest leverage that these publishers have, is that because this industry is still growing, there's still plenty of games out there with bad voice acting and bad direction, that there's not enough of, wow, we've lived now with this amazing voice acting, we can never go back. Right?
Okay.
Like that hasn't, I don't think that threshold's hit, so I don't know if there's much leverage. To
Now
the voice
that I
actors
know
in
that
case.
it's in the game only realm, I think that that's, it's better of what they're doing, because it is a growing industry like you're talking about. It is growing big time, exponentially, and CEOs are getting paid tons of money within that industry, and it should be dished out. And there is a lot of work for these gamers, these game voice, actors. Because one thing is that the only voices that I paid attention to are League of Legends voices. And I like the League of Legends voices. Like, that actually makes a bit of a difference for me. Like, I like to listen to the different things that they have to say, when I'm putting, command 4, command 3, control 4, 3, 2, and 1, and I get to hear the different voices they have, the Dravens and all these other different stuff. If those were terrible voices, it probably would be a little bit shittier,
like,
'cause
what
those
is
are
like, what
quality
is
voices.
something that Draven says?
Welcome to the League of Draven.
What if that's what you heard every time you, like, wouldn't you be like, man, I miss the old fucking
Yeah.
way he said that?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Or if it, like, yeah, or not like that, but like, what if it was stiff, like
World of
like
Drake.
what if it felt like it was being read off a card, like, welcome to the world of Draven.
Draven.
You're
Yeah.
just like, what? Like, that's
And then
terrible.
you get the guy that's like, welcome to the world of Draven.
It's
Yeah.
League of Draven.
And so, like, I love how we just went off and just kept saying that for
Don't
like
be
a minute straight.
jealous.
Yeah, so like, you look at that, and then you're left with this stiff, like, kind of voice, and it pulls you out of the experience, this immersive experience, right? So then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, this meh.
Yeah, he's not.
Maybe I won't hit control 4. Shit.
Or games that are more heavily needed for narrative.
Yeah.
It just pulls you out. It reminds you every time that it sucks, which
Come
would
get
be very
some.
frequent, that you're in a game and you're not really in this
Yeah.
in this world.
Especially
Yeah.
if it's something like Skyrim, you know what I mean? Like you're saying, like a
Uh-huh.
game where it's constantly, that voice is
Oh.
constantly used. You're like,
Yeah.
I fucking hate the way I sound.
Yeah.
Like,
I just thought of something, guys. I think I have to go on strike because I technically do voice acting. Correct?
Wait, how?
What, in the
'Cause I-
podcast?
Yeah, because I wear a mask. I mean,
No, you're doing your own voice. Voice acting is the act of, like,
You got to be in the
being
guild,
a character.
bro. You're not
Yeah.
accepted in the
Now,
guild
if
yet.
I had a mask on and I was trying to do acting like your voice, then I'd be a voice actor.
oh, okay.
It's like, wait, what just happened?
I need to start talking like this.
Yes. Yeah, and also it has to be for video games, Ian.
Damn
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the number one.
I do streaming.
That's all
No,
right.
I think it would make a big difference. I hope that they end up, I hope in that industry they do get some change going on there, because it is an evolving industry, and right now is the time for them to get something. If they want to see some change happen, right now is the time to grasp that, so that they can have a better future for to come out. Otherwise, the gaming industries are going to get solidified and they're going to turn into cement, and then the way things work are going to be the way that they are, and
Yeah.
we're going to have a
Similar
lot
to the
harder
visual
time to make a
effects
change.
industry. Those
Yep.
guys are they're dropping like flies.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Sucks.
yeah. Because I remember what you said as far as like a lot of them got. That's for the apps. Sorry, for like apping.
Yeah, just the visual effects industry is like, I mean, it's very, very, it's unforgiving. There's barely any long hours, really no benefits, horrible job security. It's just
Yep.
expected of
Yeah,
them
for,
because
like,
that's the way it's been.
Like we were saying, the jetpack joyride and like all other stuff.
That's video games.
Yeah.
That's
Alright, alright.
designers. But
Okay.
because visual effects are just so poorly managed and so poorly taken care of, I want to make that distinction between that and designers, because those guys, if anybody really needs to be on a strike and to get like support, it's the visual effects guys. And Alan, if he was here, because he works in that industry, he would be able to tell us a little bit more. Maybe he can do a topic on that.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
Cool.
How he's going to start up a new strike.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for joining me on this
Yeah.
topic.
Definitely.
And Ian, thank you for being the constant devil's advocate player there. That was
right.
really beneficial, because that got me going and thinking about
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things. You had some good points. Guys, that's our show for the week. You can join us each and every week. We have a new topic and a new show for you, Monday through Friday. You can get it topic by topic. Full episode is on Saturday with all the topics. On our YouTube page, webpage, youtube.com/Maelstrom Gamers channel. You can get all the episodes, all the other topics and clips there. You can also see other things that we do in videos. You can, for free, to support us, go on to Facebook, go on to Twitter. You can follow us, like us, subscribe, comment. Please share. It helps us. It's a free way to support people who are doing it right now. Thank you so much. Keep it up because it's really helping.
Yes.
Those that have a little bit of extra income and just maybe just like $1, you can go on to
50 cents.
patreon.com/MaelstromGamers. It's free to sign up. It takes 2 seconds to do. You can just give us $1, and that will help us tremendously because that gets us to put money back into all of our tools, and we have rewards for you. So for $1, we'll get you a special episode of the Maelstrom Gamers just for you. You can also get the MP3 early. You can also get these episodes early, so you don't have to wait and have them drawn out Monday through Friday. You just get the full episode right off the bat.
And I have a point in there. Steven had found out that you can actually donate pesos now, too.
Yes.
Pesos. Look at that. You know what also helps? It's crazy though, but in these YouTube, if you see the ads, if you click on the ads, that actually helps us too. It's crazy.
Yes, please click those ads. Just like click it. Don't even like worry about it afterwards.
Just click it.
All right.
Well,
All right,
guys-
so can I play you guys out?
Sure. If we're doing, are we doing what we did?
Huh?
What do you mean play us out?
Yeah.
Are you... Right on.
Subscribe, YouTube.
Subscribe, YouTube. Go on to Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Comment on Facebook. Go to Twitter.
Don't forget about Twitter.
We're sharing
Follow
every
us.
day.
Join in on our
Every
discussion.
weekday.
Guys, this has been a great episode. I love this call out. In the meantime, keep thinking about everything and nothing. It's been an honor and a pleasure to entertain you. Peace and take care.
See ya.
Adios.